If you have inherited a Roth IRA, there's some things you need to be aware of. All right, so let's talk about if you inherited a Roth IRA and you are the non-spouse of the person that you inherited it from. Now, here's the good thing about a Roth IRA. It's tax-free to you. That's right. That full amount would be tax-free when you cash it out. But due to the Secure Act that was enacted in 2020, you were required to liquidate that Roth IRA that you inherited. You got to get it out of there within 10 years. But there have been some recent talk from the IRS that RMDs, or required minimum distributions, would still have to take place in years 1 through 9, and then the remaining balance you would liquidate in year 10. Now that part, that is not final, but for now, let's assume you have 10 years to pull it out, okay? So what should you do with this tax-free gift? Well, first, you will need to open up an inherited Roth IRA account for these funds to be transferred into. Once that is set up, consider your financial situation, and remember, this is an inherited Roth IRA, has to be liquidated within 10 years. So I would say if you are struggling to make ends meet month after month and you found yourself unable to make contributions to your retirement plan at work, then consider using the inherited Roth to help out with expenses each month, because this would free up some income that you can now use to make those contributions into your 401k or your Roth 401k if that is offered. Now, that way, what you're doing, you're starting a plan for your own retirement in the future. But what if you don't really need this money? What if you really don't need this money right now? Some people would immediately just take the money out of the inherited Roth and invest it in their own individual plan for the future. But I would think twice about that, and this is why. Once you transferred the Roth to an individual investment account, then you would have possible tax on capital gains, dividends, and distributions going forward, and really possibly every year. However, if you left it in the inherited Roth, then what it's doing, it's growing tax-free each year. And when the 10th year is up and you are forced to pull it out, there would be no tax. Then you can invest it any way you like. You don't have to keep it invested the same way that person you inherited it from. So you would be getting 10 years of tax-free growth, and depending on how you invest it, you will have access to those funds if you needed it. Now, these are just a couple ideas. Think about those, consider those, and if you would like to see more videos like this discussing your personal finance, be sure to hit that subscribe button below. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you, and remember, be wise with your money.